The amount of speed and light movement that squirrels possess makes them almost impossible to catch or target. And one of the ways in which they use their incredible abilities is by going after snakes and tearing them to shreds, which is exactly what we're about to see today. Something that this Cape Cobra definitely did not expect was to get surrounded and attacked by squirrels. The cobra tried its best to defend itself, attempting to bite the squirrels multiple times, but despite its many attempts, it failed to hit any of the agile little creatures. The nimble and fearless squirrels dodged every strike, and to make matters worse, a mongoose soon joined the fight, trying to take the snake out as a favor for the squirrels. An intense and a bit of a long battle broke out between the two, and the mongoose was able to completely exhaust the snake. It's a truly hopeless game trying to move quicker than a squirrel, but this foolish Cape Cobra wanted to test that for itself. A particularly defiant squirrel repeatedly attempted to attack the serpent, and when the snake tried to strike back, the squirrel dodged its attacks like it was moving in slow motion. After realizing that it was too slow to ever touch the squirrel, the snake quickly decided to retreat. But even though the squirrel had already won, it went chasing after the predator to humiliate it some more. The snake was clearly terrified, and it tried to climb a nearby tree to get away from the hostile squirrel. This mother squirrel bravely confronted a snake that was trying to suffocate and eat its little baby. It attacked without hesitation, targeting the predator's weakest spots in order to defeat it quickly, all while the snake tried to tighten its grip around the poor little one and bite the mother to make it go away. Before too long, the badass squirrel was able to defeat the snake and force it to let go of the newborn. But that wasn't enough for the furious mother. It kept attacking the greedy reptile with everything that it had, and after a brutal assault, the snake was finally dead. The angry squirrel was able to relax now, and it carried its baby up a tree to make sure it was okay. Honing in on its vulnerable head, this squirrel attacked the snake without any mercy. The snake kept twisting in pain, and it was desperately trying to coil around the squirrel to shield its head. Failing to escape or defend itself, the snake eventually curled up and remained motionless, pretending to be dead for a few minutes. Meanwhile, the squirrel started chewing on its flesh, trying to inflict as much damage as it possibly could. With each bite, the snake was coming closer and closer to losing its life, but there was nothing that it could do to stop the vicious squirrel. Caught in a fight to the death, this rattlesnake quickly got into fighting position as a daring squirrel advanced. The flexible squirrel was too fast, and it kept dodging and using distracting tactics, completely outmaneuvering the snake. Despite the snake's defensive strikes, it couldn't land a single hit on the agile intruder, and the squirrel managed to bite the snake in several spots all over its body. At one point, the snake pretended to be dead, but that didn't stop the squirrel from resuming its attack, as it wasn't fooled by the snake's bad acting. Dragging its opponent from the exposed asphalt into the cover of the grass, this bold squirrel launched a deadly attack on a snake by the side of the road. The snake tried its best to wriggle free, but the squirrel wasn't going to allow it to go anywhere. The snake's hopes of escaping were restored in the dense undergrowth, where it was harder for the squirrel to control and locate it accurately. But despite all of the trouble that it was facing, the hungry squirrel never stopped, inflicting enough damage to make it impossible for the snake to survive. Here we have a female squirrel that was fiercely attacking a cobra to defend her young. Mothers reveal an exceptionally strong and fierce side when protecting their children, and this squirrel was no different. She charged at the cobra, trying to bite and outmaneuver the venomous beast. Each lunge from the cobra brought its deadly fangs dangerously close to the brave squirrel, but the brave mom's quick reflexes saved her every time. The cobra hissed and tried to frighten the squirrel, but the squirrel was confident in her ability to dodge all of the snake's attacks. Hidden behind the trunks of cut trees, this rattlesnake was waiting for the right moment to strike, and it just so happened that a curious squirrel was passing by. The squirrel detected the snake's scent and climbed one of the trunks and started looking for the predator. Suddenly, the snake lunged at it, aiming to end the life of the unsuspecting squirrel. However, the squirrel was quick enough to avoid its attacks, and instead of the snake ambushing the squirrel, it instead revealed its position for it. This squirrel kept attacking and biting until it forced the snake to switch from attacking to fleeing. The squirrel clung to the snake and bit its tail to prevent it from escaping. And despite the snake's desperate attempts to wrap itself around the squirrel and counterattack, the squirrel stayed ahead of it. It attacked non-stop and never gave the snake a chance to catch its breath. While trying to explore the area, a rattlesnake suddenly confronted and started chasing after this squirrel. The squirrel kept its eyes on the snake and backed away, and the snake changed its path after the squirrel climbed a nearby tree. The squirrel spotted another squirrel attacking the snake and came down from the tree, which made the rattlesnake flee to avoid certain death. There's no doubt that the squirrels would have torn the snake to bits, and the wise serpent knew it and decided to escape. Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please, turn on your notifications bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.